Okay, hey guys, it's your boy here, Takaraku here with What If Issei Was an Assassin, Part 1. Now, I know I have to do Part 2 of What If Tatsumi is an assassin, wasn't a descendant of Assassin's Creed, but yeah. Or was from I forgot the title's name, but yeah. I am having short-term memory, no, I'm just kidding. I can barely remember. But I will do part 2 later on. I also am going to do part 5 maybe tonight, maybe when I get out of school. Part 5 of What If Issei had an anti-magic demon. But yeah. Now, not the point. Let me begin. This is What If. Let me shut the fuck up. And yada yada, and let's begin. Okay? So, we can begin into Issei. Well, begin into Issei kind of, well, being with Murahama Matsui. Problem is, when the girl club, mostly the kennel club, found out about the guys outside, they ran outside, had their kendo swords, mostly the bamboo swords, with them, ready to whack the 3 guys, or mostly 2, what they saw. They saw Murahama and Matsui. Issei was nowhere to be found. He was gone. He was like, where the fuck did he go? Like, he was right next to Matsui Murahama when one of them accidentally made a noise. And 10 seconds later, or even like 1 second later, he's gone. He disappeared. He is nowhere near Murahama or Matsui. This is where, mostly Matsui and Murahama were trying to gonna use Issei this time as mostly an scapegoat. When they kind of turned to each other, they realized that they're basically no Issei, but the Kendo girls are still chasing them. This is where they say, fuck, 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 fuck. And this is where, they're kind of screaming, hating Issei for no reason other than the fact that he just escaped them faster than any of them can even notice. But yeah. But this is where, we go on top of the Kendo class, mostly building, or not Kendo class building, mostly on top of the building of the school. And Issei is literally up there, just chilling. Right now on the edge. He's just chilling on the edge. And this is where he just jumped over the railing and decides to kind of walk towards the bench that was mostly on top of that school. And yeah, literally sit down, pulls out his headphones, mostly earbuds, to start hearing music. But yeah, he doesn't care. This is where, in the background you can literally hear Murahama Matsui scream, says, not the face, not the balls, no, never mind, the face, the face. This is where, Issei's chuckling, saying dumbasses. This is where, Issei is kind of just hearing music. The song he's hearing right now is, what's it called? So the song he's hearing right now is called Netflix, One Shot, mostly One Shot made by Netflix, but yeah, Neffex, but yeah. This is where, he's hearing the song, and this is where he's just kind of like mumbling to it, and yeah. This is where, he kind of thinks it's a good time to kind of leave because the Kendo girls might have already left home, and of course his 2 friends are probably on the ground somewhere. But before leaving, he then kind of noticed the door in front of him already have someone in front of him. This is where, the person that's in front of him is a girl with kind of short black hair into a bob haircut, or bowl haircut. This is where, she also has glasses, and this is where, she has violet eyes. And this is where, she's wearing the school uniform and looking at Issei. This is where, she kind of has her hand mostly like pushing up her glasses to kind of shine bright a little bit. But yeah, this is where, Issei said, fuck. This is where, he whispers that under his breath, but yeah. This is where Issei, he's just going to just ignore her fully by just walking past her until mostly his like chest was literally pushed by none other, or mostly kind of grab, or not even grab, mostly just stop by the person's hand. This is where, Issei sighs and says, do you need something, Sona, what's it called? Sona Shatora, or whatever, something like that. This is where, Sona kind of says, where were you, Issei Hyodo? About like, let's say, 30 minutes ago. Up here, sitting down, listening to music. Can I not do that? Is it kind of illegal for me to do something like this? This is where, Sona says, no, it's not illegal. I just thought you were with your 2 idiotic friends. You mean Matsui and Murahama? Well, I'm not. I don't even know where they would be at. This is where, well, Issei kind of looks at her with an impassioned look, but yeah. And this is where, well, or impassive. This is where, well, Sona says, I see. So, Issei, if I said that you were near the candle class, do you think I am right? No, not really, because I was nowhere near that class at all. I don't even know what happened there. This is where, well, Sona's being calculating, and of course, where, well, Issei says, do you need anything else? This is where, well, Sona says, no. Actually, yes. Come to my office. Issei looks wide and surprised and says, wait, why? Just do it. This is where, well, Issei says, fine. This is where, well, Issei gets to Sona's kind of office, and of course, Issei is sitting down on a chair. This is where, well, Issei, he does have like a relaxed posture, of course. This is where, well, he still has his phone into like his right hand. Of course, this is where, well, he's kind of moving his like hand to the right, to the left, and blah, blah, blah. Just kind of distracting himself a little bit. But this is where, well, he kind of like turns on his phone, and this is where he goes and types in the password. He just kind of like, password and kind of changes music, but yeah. The song he's hearing right now, when Sona managed to get into the office, was called, well, so the song that he changes was called Little Poor Me, made by Lactu or something, Latu, something like that. But this is where, well, Issei is kind of just like singing in his head and kind of mumbling a little bit. This is where Sona kind of snaps his finger right in front of Issei and tells Issei to take off his earbuds. This is where Issei does, only takes off one. This is where he puts it into like case, and this is where Issei kind of looks at Sona and says, done. Sona glares at him and says, I said both. This is where, well, Issei says, no, you said one, because I never heard anything about take off your earbuds. You said earbud. So, of course, I only took one of off. So, no take backsies. This is where, well, Sona glares at him, but yeah. This is where she sighs. This is where, well, she then says, Issei, you do know I did catch you peeping at the girls. This is where, well, Issei said, huh? Like I said already, Sona, I wasn't peeping at any girls. I was up there looking at the sunset, of course, hearing music at the same time. This is where Sona says, okay, how about this? Sing me one of your songs that you were actually hearing. This is where, well, Issei kind of, like, frowns a little bit and says, are you sure you want me to sing? Because I am not that good at singing. Oh, really? Because I can hear you literally mumble a song that you're hearing right now. How about I make you sing that song right there that you're hearing? This is where, well, Issei's face almost falters a little bit. This is where, well, Issei kind of chuckles and says, whatever. I mean, if you want me to sing you the song, then I will. But I don't think I really want to. Unless you want to, hear my terrible singing. Sona says, just sing the song. Issei says, fine. So, Issei starts singing the song called Poor Little, or mostly Little Poor Me, but yeah. Mostly this is the song itself, Little Poor Me by Lave 2. But of course, this is the lyrics right now. So of course, he's like singing halfway, and this is where, well, he says, I'm gone, hey, not going far, going home, going down the lonely road, and this is where he just keeps singing it. And this is where, well, Sona seems surprised to actually see Issei kind of sing pretty well. This is where when Issei was at the end, he kind of just sang, for like, so he sang the last part called Just a Little Poor Me. And this is where, well, he cuts off, and this is where, well, Sona looks at him with surprised eyes, and this is where, well, she narrows him, and this is where, well, she says, and I thought you said you didn't know how to sing. You sing quite beautiful, I can say. This is where Issei has a tint of red on his face, and this is where Issei chuckles and says, come on, you're just lying to me like that. You're trying to, well, compliment me, but it was terrible, wasn't it? And this is where, well, Sona says, I'm not lying. Why This is where, well, Sona says, I have a question. Why do you hang out with Murahama and Matsui when you can clearly go into, I don't know, the singing club and sing your heart or any of that? Why do you even stay around with those two? I don't know. I just don't really care that much. This is where, well, Sona says, okay, how about this? You stop kind of hanging out with them and go to a singing club. Issei chuckles and says, no thanks. I have things in the afternoon and I really can't just stay here most of the time. Besides, it's not like I don't like singing and I don't really mind going to singing club. It's just the songs they sing is, I don't really want to be over voted most of the time and the random songs they want to sing. And not gonna lie, half the songs they want to sing is usually American. Well, from the Western side. This is where, well, Sona says, wasn't that a Western song? Issei chuckles and says, I guess you're right, but the songs they want to sing is mostly love songs, whatever. Flip, I don't care that much. Issei says, I just don't really care about singing whatever songs they want to sing. This is where, well, Sona says, okay, then give me a general basis of what songs you like. Rock, metal, and rap. This is where, well, Sona says, that's quite the interesting range. This is where, well, Issei grins, and this is where, well, Issei said, I do also like heavy metal. I might hear it a couple times. What else would I like to be hearing? Oh yeah, anime rap songs. So yeah. Or maybe also anime intros. Like anime song intros. But yeah, Issei is saying to our Sona. Sona said, okay, yeah, I don't think that we even have that range there in the singing class. This is where Issei grins and says, told you. This is where, well, Sona says, and this is where, well, Sona says, fine. I only came here to talk to you about the, what's it called? What was it called? That's where, oh, she says, I came here to tell you about the what's it called? The semi semester that is coming up, or mostly the mid semester test. He says, yeah, what do you want from me? I want you to, how should I say, do good on that test. Because the last test you did from your last year, you did pretty average. You weren't like low at the very bottom, like at 200 or any of that, but close to being 99. So tell me, Issei, why should you, well, don't you want to try and actually, what's it called, pass the test? So where Issei says, no, not really. That's where Sona says, I see. So, this is going to be a personal question, but I don't care. What do you see yourself doing in the near future? Issei kind of like grins inside his face. Mostly, not grin. Mostly inside him, he's grinning to himself and says, oh, well, that's none of your concern. But as they're outside, he looks at Sona and thinks, what do you mean? This is where, well, Sona says, what do you see yourself doing in the near future? Like, what kind of job do you think you will have? Let's see. Hitman? This is where Issei said it so bluntly, and this is where Sona widened her eyes. And this is where, well, she kind of narrows them at Issei, and Issei chuckles and says, I'm just kidding. I was just playing yesterday about the game called Hitman, and I just thought it'd be funny just to answer you that. But no, not really. Maybe a game tester person, or maybe I have a couple things that I rather do than be in an office being bored out of my life, or some kind of 9 to 5 job or whatever. So I have my own goals that you don't need to know about. This is where, well, Issei said it so kind of coldly at the same time, but at the same time it was cheerful. This is where, well, Sona narrows her eyes and says, fine. Then tell me, Issei. What... Do you ever see yourself dating anyone? Issei says, now these questions are getting quite personal. If you want my truth, honesty, no. I don't really think I'll be dating anyone. Not probably until my late 30s or something. Issei chuckles to himself with such an emotional laughter, and this is where Sona narrows her eyes. I see. So being realistic, you're just gonna say into your late 30s. Fuck yeah. You think I'm gonna be fucking dating anyone right now? Issei wants to say that out loud, but he didn't say it. This is where, well, Sona says, okay. Tell me, do you think passing the semester test, getting probably at, well, maybe the 20s or even 50s, do you think you will improve yourself in life, or would it help you improve yourself in life? Issei looks at Sona with narrow eyes, and this is where Issei says, probably. Why do you ask? I want you to actually pass that test and actually improve yourself. Why should I? That's where Sona says, don't you want to be a better you than whatever idea you had? Don't you want to get a girlfriend in high school and not, what's it called, in your late 30s? That's where, well, Issei kind of looks at her, and that's where Issei grins and says, well, not really. If I get a girlfriend, it's just gonna bother me throughout my whole day, so not really. I don't think I'm ready to even have a girlfriend, Issei said, with such bluntly, and this is where, well, Sona noticed the mature kind of talk that Issei is saying. Sona says, why do you say that so much? Well, maybe the girl wants to kind of go buy shop, clothes, other stuff. I just don't want to be bothered with any of that. And since I don't have a job right now, that's a lie that he just said. But this is where, well, Sona then caught onto it. Issei said, since I don't have a job, I just don't have the money to literally pay out for whatever the hell she wants. And I don't really want to go out with any popular girl. So that's why I'd rather stay the same here. That's where, well, Sona kind of narrowed her eyes and says, fine. Just take my advice and actually try to pass the test. Issei says, sure, whatever. Issei gets off of, well, mostly the chair, like gets up, and this is where, well, he's still hearing music. The song that's playing right now is called, so the song he's hearing right now is called Netflix, or not Netflix, and we'll see, My Way by Netflix, but yeah, and this is where, well, he's just hearing, I do my way now, blah, 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 yeah, you get the point. This is where, well, he is kind of singing that song while getting out of the office and kind of just going home. This is where, well, Sona sighs to herself, but this is where, well, she kind of snaps her fingers, or well, not snap her fingers, what she does, and this is where something appeared next to her familiar, and this is where, well, she tells the familiar to kind of go track, well, keep an eye on Issei, but yeah, this is where, well, the familiar does that, and this is where Issei is going home, but decides to take a right turn, and this is where the familiar is following him. The familiar keeps doing that, kind of follow him, and this is where, well, the familiar is getting tired, but this is where, well, Issei kind of gets on top of a building, or mostly kind of like does some fucking parkour to dodge the familiar. This is where familiar noticed that Issei is already on top of a building, which the familiar confused himself in an instant, but they manage to fly up, and before flying up, they see Issei jump off the building top by kind of just doing a kind of like trust fall, but instead of the trust fall, it's instead in front of him. He's like falling down, and this is when the familiar decides to go check on Issei, right now rushing towards it because it's flying, and this is where, well, looks over the edge, and Issei is gone. Nowhere to be seen in sight. No magic use, no nothing. He's just gone. Literally gone. This is where familiar kind of just realized that they just felt a mission from Sona and realized that, well, they're going to get in trouble for this. But yeah. But we go into Issei. Issei is right now kind of walking through, what's it called, this dark, warehouse right now, but mostly on top of the warehouse. And this is where Issei is looking down at a cracked window. And of course, this is where, well, he noticed some people kind of like making deals and other stuff. And this is where Issei kind of gets his earbud kind of like talk, well, mostly hearing someone talk. And this is where, well, the other person says, so, you understand what you're doing. What's it called? So you know what you're doing, Issei, or mostly Ice. This is where, well, the other person said. This is where Issei nodded and just says, just put back my music, I got this already. Issei jumped through the crack window and right now landed into the ground softly. This is where, well, he was walking behind someone and right now pulls out a blade from his hand. This is where, well, he stabbed the blade into this person's neck, shutting him up before he can even scream. Makes the person drop in the ground softly and decides to keep going on and assassinating the other people left. This is where the only people that are standing there now is none other than, what's it called, or mostly doing business, is none other than, what's it called, the two kind of, well, somewhat mafia dealer bosses or whatever. This is where, well, they said, okay, so this is your share and this is my share. This is where, well, the mafia boss leader that got to share kind of saw the less money than the other one and says, what the fuck is this? A ripoff? This is where, well, the other one says, well, that's because you didn't do much, just like, what's it called, the last time. This is where, well, the mafia boss gets angry at the other one, but this is where before they pull out two guns, two, what is it called, two dagger stabs into their, like, necks and then this is where, well, they fall down to the ground. Someone appears into the moonlight kind of appearing from the window, mostly on top of the, what's it called, warehouse. And it's none other than someone with the hood. This is where, well, or mostly a black kind of hood. Of course, it's like a black hood cape. This is where, well, he's wearing a white t-shirt, a necklace actually appearing on his chest. Of course, wearing black pants, black boots, and of course having two swords behind him and two kind of knives right now underneath his kind of hands. This is where, well, one is kind of bladed while the other one is kind of black and has like these two bladed objects coming off. And of course, it for some reason has this weird energy appearing. Mostly if it's like magic. This is where Issei looks down to his sacred gear and kind of just expects his, what's it called, Assassin's Creed sacred gear. This is where he says, still, it's pretty good. I'm still very stealthy and other stuff. Well, time to go. This is where, well, Issei walks out of the warehouse, but before leaving, this is where a magic circle appears right in front of him. Or not a magic circle, a rift appears right in front of him. A green rift with 0 and 1s kind of coded into the rift. This is where, well, Issei kind of sighs and just jumps in. This is where, well, the cops decide to show up after, like, Issei jumping into the rift. This is where when the cops showed up and saw the mafia people already dead, they were confused, very confused in what just happened. But other than that, we go into Issei getting towards his house and kind of just relaxing, going to sleep. But yeah, but for right now, I'm going to end it off here for part 1 of this what if. But yeah, what if Issei was an assassin? But other than that, I might come back later to probably redo this. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't upload this, or maybe I should. I don't know. For right now, I'm kind of having turmoil. But I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I'll come back later. But for right now, I'm going to leave it off here because I got to go and do some stuff. But yeah, bye.